All right, so welcome to another episode of Elite Psyche, the mental toughness show. Man, on this show, we talk about all kind of things, but mainly we have people who have had some success in business or in life, or they're going through some things. And when you go through some things, you need to have this mental toughness, this elite psyche that we talk about to win, because this world is, it's a wicked world out here, man. So you got to be tough dealing with that. And today I got a guest, man, that I've been following this dude ever since I saw him on Math Hoffa. That's why I saw him, and he was standing his ground on Math Hoffa. I'm like, who is this guy? So then I started searching and looking for all the other videos, man. And I this guy's self-made, and I know what it takes to do that, because for 28 years I've been out here, killing, eating what I kill. And he's a guy like that. And I saw that, man. I say self-made, made millions. I loved your thing that you probably need to I'm sure you probably already done it, but how you think creates how you feel becomes an emotion, that emotion becomes a vibration, that vibration becomes a magnet that pulls everything to you, attracts everything that you want.
Yeah.
So, all right, folks. Alik, yourself, Shakur, right? Is that it? Aliko
Yusef Shakur.
All right. Known as the smart guy out here, man. So without further ado, man, let's give this man a round of applause, Valerie, because I mean he really is getting it out here, man. So whatever he says. All right, so how you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Happy, excited, motivated. Enjoying 2024.
Okay. So let's jump right into it, man. Mindset wise, what are your thoughts on like music today? What is it doing for our community or going against our community?
Well, I think it's important to understand before we talk about the fruit, we have to talk about the branch, and before we talk about the branch, we have to talk about the tree. Before we talk about the tree, we have to talk about the root, and before we talk about the root, we have to talk about the seed, and before we talk about the seed, we have to talk about the person that's actually planting the seed, the farmer, right? So you have to understand, we've been in slavery for over 400 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a digital plantation that a lot of our people live on in their minds today. And we're being conditioned through music, through media, through television, through TikTok, through movies, through advertisement, ad campaigns, restaurants. We're being conditioned to embrace self-hate, demoralizing behavior, subhuman characteristics, and self-destructive lifestyles, and also internal genocide. And crack was used in the 80s to break down our communities. Music is now being used, as well as marijuana, to break down our communities in the minds of our people. So before I criticize any artist, I'm going to criticize VIVINDE, Ballore, VIACOM, these massive media conglomerates who are funding and creating the mental plantations in the minds of our people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to put that in the proper context first. Now, I think music is just a depiction with melody of what goes on in the ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
I think music takes you on an audio journey of what goes on in the ghetto. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of over sexualization of women, particularly minors. There's a lot of, murder, a lot of drug addiction. This is what's going on in the ghetto. So I believe that it's horrendous. It's discouraging, and it's sad that we still live in a time where Black mass murder and genocide is still socially accepted.
So, do you feel like that being socially accepted, that that's what we want to hear? Are they giving us what we want because it's so socially accepted, or they're giving us?
No. Now, you mentioned my mantra earlier, right?
Right.
So what's the mantra? How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. If I can control how you think, I can control how you feel. If I control how you feel, I control how you vibrate. If I control how you vibrate, I control the things that come to you. So if I want to destroy you, I'm going to use you to destroy you. We're being conditioned to want things that destroy us. We're being conditioned to consume things that destroy us, because it's a white power structure that wants to stay in existence, and they're going to do anything, and I mean anything, within their power to maintain that power structure.
Mm-hmm. I watched a number of your videos, and I know I went back like 2 years, and I know at one point I heard one of them where you used the N-word a lot. At what point did you change? What made you change? Because was it a year ago or two? I mean, something, because in that video of one of those podcasts, you were using it.
There's a white power structure system in place that conditions our people. And we have this we have this level of unawareness that makes us criticize each other. So if I use the N-word, I didn't create the N-word. I didn't popularize the N-word. I didn't create slang. It's a reason why I use that word. I've been conditioned to use that word because I'm not a nigga. I'm a god. But was I taught to be a nigga, or was I taught to be a god? I was taught to be a nigga, and I was told that the person that called me nigga was my god.
Mm-hmm.
So we like to always do that. Oh, you talk all this shit, but they're seeing the video and you're saying the word nigga. Well, what's up, my nigga? Because that's been the term of endearment that we've been conditioned to view as a term of endearment. Mm-hmm. But it's not. Right? Hold on. It's important. It's important that we put this in proper context, because breaking habits are not easy to do. Reprogramming your subconscious mind is not an easy thing to do. And I'm growing and learning every single day. So the more I learn who I am, the more I can display who I am. And if I display things contrary to who I am, it is not by my own merit. It is due to the conditioning that was given to me by the white power structure, right? That's been designed to destroy us and condition our people for over 400 years. I didn't invent the word nigga. I didn't make the word nigga cool. Okay? Mm-hmm. So if we study sociology and we understand that the environment influences the people that live in that environment, then I'm a byproduct of the environment that I lived in. I was influenced by the environment that I lived in. And I went through hell and hot water to learn and study and break those mental habits and break those generational curses and free myself from that mental plantation that the white power structure tried to keep me on. So don't judge me from a video that you seen 5 years ago, 2 years ago, or even 7 months ago, because every minute I'm changing, evolving, growing, and getting better.
Right,
and if I digress, then that doesn't mean because I'm on a diet trying to get a six-pack and I had a cheat meal and ate a donut,
right,
that I'm not going to get back on the right track.
right.
See, the white man wants us to be divisive. He wants us to criticize. Oh, so yeah, I heard you say the nigga. Well, listen, you sell, you talking this black power shit, but you doing this. Well, listen, my brother, I'm breaking habits. I'm breaking habits. And the reason why, you know, I stopped using the N-word was because I knew that that word creates a vibration that is self-destructive. And I knew that word was given to me by a group of people who have oppressed my people here in America. So I stopped using that word and I identify now as a God. And I'm learning and studying and meditating and getting to the information that can divulge to me who I am. Because I didn't read that in schools. Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. My ancestors are not slaves. Aliens didn't build the pyramids. Okay? Egyptians are not fucking Indian.
Mm-hmm.
We are the fathers of civilization. We're the fathers of psychology. We are the fathers of medicine. The Egyptians, our ancestors taught the Greeks. So I didn't, you know, I'm learning as I go. And my lifespan is not given to me by the white man. Black people can live to over 500 years. So now I'm learning not to follow a dietary plan given to me by the white man. I'm learning every single day, right? So when you learn, as you learn, you apply. That's what I'm doing. And I'm not a nigga. And I'm not going to use the word nigga.
What about the you know, the excuse that the brothers use? Well, we put the A on, we took the ER off, you know.
Again, I'm not judging those brothers because we're all being conditioned to, okay. This is what I said, right? There's a white power structure that's in place that's designed to destroy us and to get us to embrace and accept demoralizing behavior, language, content, and media. So those brothers that are unaware that you can't take that negative word and make it positive, those brothers that are unaware that there's no difference between ER and GA, it's still the same. It's still the same definition. And when they understand what the true definition is and what type of an energy that using that attribute for self brings into your life, then they'll start to let go of that attribute, and then they'll stop getting the curses that come with using that word.
Wow.
So we've been conditioned, again, we've been conditioned to accept a lifestyle that will destruct us, that will destroy us. We've been conditioned to accept a destructive lifestyle given to us by the white power structure that wants to protect against white genetic annihilation. They're trying to stop themselves from becoming extinct. So for those brothers out there who think they're niggas, and for the sisters out there who think they're bitches, and for the brothers out there who don't know their gods, and for the sisters out there who don't know their goddesses, in time, with more content, more conversations like this, more black leaders, male and female, coming to the forefront, building more institutions, putting out the real information through media, we will wake up those sleeping minds. We will wake up those sleeping giants.
Quickly, I want to talk to you guys about a foundation called VIVINDE Amina. This foundation is dedicated to improving the mental health of eliminating the stress and anxiety that happens when athletes transfer to meaningful career opportunities after they complete their time in sports. the foundation believe in empowering these athletes to drive beyond the field, court, or arena. Because that transition can be overwhelming sometimes as they navigate the shift from, having a spotlight as an athlete to uncertainties of post-retirement life. So your support is very instrumental. Check us out. Every donation is directly impacts these individuals. So go to this link and check it out. Thank you. Clip. I'm sure he's already seen it, but play it. I want to see what he thinks about it.
When someone comes up and says something like, I am a God, everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was, a God. I just told you. That's who I think I am. Would it have been better if I had a song that said, I am a nigga? Or if I had a song that said, I'm a gangster? Or if I had a song that said, I am a pimp? All those colors and patinas fit better on a person like me, right? But to say you are a God, especially when you got shipped over to the country that you're in and your last name is a slave owner's. How could you say that? How could you have that mentality?
What do you think about that? When he's, I mean, I believe in everything he said. Needs to be more people saying that.
Well, the brother, our dear brother, Mr. West is still on his search for knowledge, and he's still a little bit uninformed, right? Even in that clip. So I'm saying I'm addressing just that clip alone to be clear, right? When he says, would it sound better if I said I am? Now, first of all, when you understand the power of I am, everything that you attach to I am, everything that you add to I am will become added to you. So when he says, would it sound better if I say I am a gangster? It's not about sounding better. It's about fulfilling a plan, fulfilling an intention that the white power structure needs us to fulfill in order for them to maintain their positions of power. So if you're a gangster and not a God, then there's liability in being a gangster versus being a God. If you're a pimp instead of being a God, then you're in a position where you can be controlled. If you're a nigger instead of a God, then you can be what you see the majority of us in culture suffer from being, in terms of not having import-export businesses, not having our own banks, not having our own police departments, not having our own government, our own institutions, our own hospitals, our own farms, our own satellites. When you're a nigger, a pimp, those things he said, then you're going to be without those things. But when you are a God, now you're going to not only dissolve the current white power structure, but we're going to create our own black power structure.
Mm-hmm. I saw also you talked about, getting to a point where we're teaching domestication classes and things. Now, I thought about that, but before integration, we had all of that. And then we integrated, like we had our own businesses, we had our own schools, we had all that. And now when we integrated, it's like all that went away.
But listen, my dear brother, this is why we have to study, and we have to be knowledgeable, and we have to be aware. So there may be some things that you may be aware of or you may not be aware of. We never got freed from slavery. Now, the whole emancipation of the slaves was bogus. People say, well, oh, Abraham Lincoln, bullshit. Listen, we went to war because the North couldn't compete with the South in terms of labor and production. This was for business, right? So if you're paying immigrants and you're paying people in the North, but in the South you got a bunch of slaves working for free, hey man, they went to war because of money. The Civil War, the Civil War was fought because of money. Had nothing to do with freeing the slaves. And then when we so-called got free, we didn't get any land. We didn't get any money. We didn't get any subsidy. We didn't get any farms. We didn't get any crops. We didn't get any type of a time to live without paying rent so we could get on our feet and start to generate wealth. We had to deal with the CIA, COINTELPRO. We had to deal with the police department. We had to deal with the National Guard. We had to deal with the fire department. We had to deal with the Klan. We had to deal with just the average pig walking the streets. We had to deal with bricks being thrown at children because they wanted to get a education because we were so-called emancipated. And then when we fought and clawed and developed our own community, our own financial districts, our own Black Wall Street, and we had our own personal renaissances and our own success, then the government attacked us and destroyed us. And destroyed those institutions and bombed those institutions. Got rid of the Black churches, got rid of the factory jobs, gave us welfare, and said if you want to keep your home and provide food and shelter for your children, the Black man can't be there. But when the white farmer wife needed a subsidy from the government, they didn't make the white farmer husband leave the farm. They let the husband stay and still provided them with a subsidy. So we've been dealing with so much as a people that it is a miracle that we're even still thriving and have any type of existence today. Right. That is proof that we are gods. That is proof of our durability. And we're the only race of people still living in the land of our Holocaust. The so-called Jews had to leave Germany. We have to leave America, and not leave America in terms of completely, but we need to have dual citizenship, and we need to take this fight and this focus and invest into Africa and make sure make sure that West Africa doesn't become colonized like South Africa, because this is what the white man is trying to do now. Get you trying to fight here in America. Meanwhile, he's over there expanding in Africa once again. We worried about who did he popping in the ass, as opposed to how many farms and how much land that we can acquire in Africa. We worried about how Usher is hugging Alicia Keys, but we don't realize that Donald Trump just got in about 200 lifetime judges. Yeah, all pigs who are not gonna who are gonna maintain that white power structure. Right. It's disgusting how easy it is for us to be distracted and lose focus off of what matters. But once again, this is what has happened to our people. Okay? Not just has nothing to do with integration. It has everything to do with the infiltration of the white power structure and the systems they create, and they infiltrate our institutions. And when we build these organizations and we get attacked, and COINTELPRO didn't attack the Ku Klux Klan, but the Black Panthers were the face, were considered terrorists. But the Ku Klux Klan had no problems, never had no run-ins with J. Edgar Hoover. And right. may he rest in piss with his faggot ass. But right. Again, what a time to be alive. We have an opportunity right now to go to Africa. We have an opportunity right now to build import-export businesses. We have an opportunity right now, and we always did. But we have to have the mindset that will put us in the alignment to capitalize off of all the opportunities that is now around us.
You know, you said, and I want to give, shout outs to a couple of the podcasts that I watched, like the Mind Over Matter, there's a couple of them, I put them in there. But you said Black people kind of afraid of power. They don't want the position of power.
No, we're conditioned not to acquire powerful positions. And we're programmed through media, through movies, through our so-called political traders, not leaders, because I'm not going to say political leaders. We don't have political leaders. We have political traders. So our political traders help the white power structure condition the minds of our people so we feel anxiety when it comes to acquiring leadership. We feel doubt. We have to, there's all these emotions that we have to go through to do for self. And when we understand how to combat that, then we'll be able to have positions of actual power. And how you combat that is with changing your mindset. How you think creates how you feel. So what am I thinking? I am a God. I am a God. I am a God. I am invincible. I'm not worshiping no white Jesus. I don't care about Muhammad and some Arab and some Indian, some Punjabi, Bangladesh motherfucker. And no disrespect, I'm Muslim, but I'm not the Arab and the motherfuckers from Bangladesh and Saudi Arabia didn't give me my religion. So we have to understand who we are. We have to insulate ourselves and isolate ourselves from the subliminal messaging that is delivered and distributed to us through media, and create our own messaging points and immerse ourselves and reprogram ourselves and brainwash ourselves to believe who we really are, and we're gods. And we have to create a new truth, even though that truth will be viewed as a lie, because that viewing who we are as a lie will get a lot of us not to actually view ourselves how we're supposed to be viewed, as gods and goddesses and the rulers of this earth.
You know, when I think about the media and how strong it is, and what we're dealing with, it's a challenge. And I have to, man, give you credit, because you putting in the work, bro. You everywhere. I mean, to be on all these shows and to do everything that you're doing, that is some work that you're putting in. And, I was thinking, are you duplicating you? Because it needs to be another person that's coming behind you, because you can't do everything.
Yes, I can. I'm God.
Okay.
I'm a God. I'm a God.
Okay.
I'm a God. So again, I'm a God. So it's very important that we understand who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we understand who we are, the obstructions for a nigger are laughable to a God.
Mm-hmm.
The challenges for a nigger is laughable to a God. That's like saying a 50-pound dumbbell is a challenge for Superman to lift.
You're right.
That's like saying a bag of potatoes is a challenge for the Incredible Hulk to lift. And I'm talking about fictional characters inspired by our people. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So, can you lift a bag of potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Can you?
A bag of potatoes?
Can you lift a bag of potatoes?
Yes, I can.
Now, let me ask you a question. Can a 2-month-old baby lift a bag of potatoes?
2-month-old baby. That sounds like a trick. It's like a trick question, but
not a trick question. Not a trick question, depending on the baby. Now, you can pick up a 50-pound dumbbell, yes?
Right.
Can a 1-month-old baby pick up a 50-pound dumbbell?
No.
So if I can get you as a man to believe that you have the strength of a baby, you won't go nowhere near them dumbbells.
Right.
If I can condition you to think that you are not who you are, if I can condition you to be a nigga, I don't got to worry about you. But as a God, these things are easy. These things are all relative.
Hey, talk about that. Your first event with that was interesting when you had my man from New York come down, and all the hell that went through when you started with that? That was an interesting story, man. And how did you know the guys over at Berkshire Hathaway? How did you meet those guys? Because you said you had a lady came or something from there.
So oh, you talking about regards to me doing my seminar?
Yeah, you had to go to the parking lot and all that.
Yeah, because it was a challenge. So again, it was a challenge, right? And I had to realize that